Hey, Nora,
Hey, Dad.
do you know why you only need one egg for a French omelet?
No.
Because one egg is enough.
Oh, that's funny.
You like that one, huh?
I do like that one.
What are we talking about this week?
We're going to talk about how my classes have been.
Welcome back to the Nora and Dad show. I'm Dad. I'm here with Nora as always. How you doing, Nora?
Pretty good.
Awesome. So we're going to check in on your semester, but before we do that, two pieces of news I think we should share with the listeners before we get on to our discussion this week. The
Okay.
first, as I open my phone, so I make sure I get this right. The first is that I got an email earlier in the week from somebody called FeedSpot that said that our little show is one of the top, not just one of the top 60, but we are in the top 60 father-daughter podcasts in the world, and they have us ranked number 14.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Isn't that crazy?
I thought we were going to be towards the end of that list.
Apparently we're not. I mean,
Who's our competition? Who we got to squash to get to one?
I'm kind of bummed we're not number one. Who do we have to squash to get to number one? Hang on, let me pull up the email and I can tell you who we have to squash to get to number one. That's not the email. That's from someone else. Where did the email go? Oh, there it is. So if I go to the old Listeroo, number one is a podcast called The Family Plot.
Okay, I'm looking
An
up on
odd
Spotify.
dad and his 11-year-old daughter exploring the strange and unusual in a peculiar world.
The
Discussions
family
kept PG.
spot?
The Family Plot.
Plot.
Number two, You Pick Tonight, a father-daughter double feature podcast. They discuss 2 movies per episode.
I'm not finding the first one on Spotify.
Then there's My Dad and Me in the SEC. They talk about college sports. There's 3 Decades Different. That's how 30 years of difference affects your experience. It's a review podcast with a 41-year-old dad and I guess his 11-year-old daughter.
So cute.
Popaholics. A dad and daughter dish on popular culture while enjoying a drink. Dad covers TV professionally, and his daughter Kate is an opinionated consumer of pop culture. There's Bonus Dad, Bonus Daughter. That's a stepdad and a stepdaughter. Dad Educates Daughter, a podcast where a dad educates his daughter on 80s music now that she's old enough to appreciate it.
What?
There's one on Notre Dame football. There's one on, this doesn't say anything.
What does ours say? What does our little blurb say?
What does our little blurb say? Our little blurb says a college student and her dad discuss life and all that goes with it.
It's kind of ready to discuss some life.
It's kind of blah. I think I need to rewrite that description.
Okay.
Anyway, so number 14, I thought that was pretty cool. But then secondly, I guess I saw the Instagram post first, but then I got an email from the Ohio Wesleyan University telling me that you are biliterate. You were making a face like you didn't know what I was going to talk about.
For some reason, I thought that they were going to talk about the podcast, and I was really confused.
No, not about the podcast.
Why would they email you about the podcast?
I'm gonna read the press release I got from OWUS. I thought
you got a press release?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
It says, and I quote, Ohio Wesleyan University language students are now able to earn the Global Seal of Biliteracy, an internationally recognized micro-credential that enables them to verify their linguistic abilities when applying for jobs or graduate school. The university's Department of World Languages and Cultures began utilizing the third-party assessment this fall, with 19 students earning the Functional Fluency Biliteracy Seal at the end of the semester. Biliterate students are able to comprehend, read, write, listen, speak in 2 languages. Those who are bilingual are only able to speak in 2 languages. Andrea Colvin, PhD, chair of the World Language and Cultures Department, said students earning the global seal of biliteracy is a testament to their hard work and dedication and passion for language learning. And they list the 19 students, which includes 8 in French, of which you, my lovely freshman daughter, is one.
And 2 of my freshman friends.
So congratulations. That is awesome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You should be very proud of yourself. That's quite the accomplishment after only 1 semester of college French.
Well, it's more from
And 13
the
years
high school
of
French.
13 years of pre-college French.
I love my French class, though.
Yeah, I think it's cool. So according to your university, you can go into any French-speaking country and you can converse, you can read, you can write, and you can listen perfectly en français.
We'll see about that.
We'll see about that. Are you saying the test is a fraud?
I'm saying French people speak really fast.
Oh, so when you took your what was on the test? Like, what did you have to? What did the test like? What did you have to do?
It was low key, just like the AP test.
Okay.
Part that I did do first. I did the reading part first, and it was just like reading passages. But I also had like magazine like pages that you had to read, articles, stuff like that. There were like advertisements. And there's multiple choice questions. Same for the listenings. You listen to like dialogue or like I think there was like a news clip, like a podcast clip that we listened to. And then for the speaking, we were given a prompt and we had to talk about it for like 2 minutes. And then for the writing, we were given 3 prompts and we had to write about those things.
Cool. And this is just pass fail?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't affect our grade or anything.
Well,
in the
no, I
class.
know. It just affects whether you get certified as biliterate.
I have my actual breakdown of how I did. I think my speaking was the worst.
I bet your speaking was the worst? I would have thought that was the best.
I didn't have a microphone. I was using these headphones without the microphone. So you couldn't really hear me. And I don't like speaking on the spot. I didn't like the question.
What was the question? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I remember I didn't like it.
Okay.
My PDF.
I'm dying to know how you did now.
So I'm intermediate high for reading. Intermediate mid for listening.
You're mid.
Oh, intermediate high for speaking.
C.
Okay. And where's the writing? Wait, I'm missing one. Writing,
Yeah.
listening, speaking. Which one? There's only 3.
Writing, speaking, listening.
Where's
What was-
reading?
What was the... Yeah, shouldn't there be reading?
Okay.
It said reading and listening is lumped in as comprehending, and then speaking and writing.
Oh. Okay.
Cool. Awesome.
So I'll probably take it again at the end of the semester and see if I've gotten any better.
Can you get like higher certifications? Oh. So you can be like biliterate.
I could be advanced.
Advanced biliterate. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So we were going to check in on how your semester's going. So how is your semester going?
Awesome.
Awesome. So is this your 3rd week of classes now?
Week 4.
Week 4? Really?
Well, because like the first week, even though it was only like 3 days, it still counts in the syllabus. That was week 1.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So let's run through what you're taking, because I'm not even sure I know what you're taking.
I love all my classes.
Like I know you're taking a French class.
Love my French class.
So
I have my first quiz tomorrow.
What's your French class?
It's le mot. What's called the word. That's what it translates to.
Yeah. Le mot.
And it's a comprehension and sorry, my roommates they can't hear you now. They went out for dinner. Anyways, comprehension and composition class. So we're doing reading, writing, speaking, listening.
Okay.
Just kind of building on those skills. I'll have a portfolio by the end of the semester with different styles of writing.
Cool.
Within it. Yeah. It's a pretty small class. We sit in a circle and read paragraphs.
How small?
10.
Well, that's pretty small.
So that's my French class.
All right, so that's French. Go ahead, keep going.
And also, that's a class I have Tuesday, Thursday. Also on Tuesday, Thursday, I have my Women's and Gender Studies class, which is about Black feminism.
Very topical these days.
Yes, that's become my favorite class. I really like that class.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's my most
So
challenging class.
Are you reading fiction, nonfiction, a combination of the two?
We're kind of reading a mixture of everything. I think I like it so much because it's very different from the other classes I've taken. Like, we're watching, like, music videos, because that, like, if you look back at history, a lot of Black women's voices were silenced.
Okay.
So, in terms of, like, textbooks and articles from specific periods of time, there isn't really much that you can find.
So what kind of music videos like?
We watched a Beyonce video
I was going
for
to say
the first
like
day of
Beyonce.
class. We were reading poetry for my assignment of due tomorrow. There were more like classic readings, I guess. There's like articles. We have to do TED Talks. So.
See that Beyonce won Best Country Album at the Grammys?
I did. People are really upset about it.
Because she's Black.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's...
No,
I mean,
people are upset because Taylor Swift didn't win anything. That's the issue.
Seriously?
Yes.
Maybe there were better albums this year. You know what I say? You know what I say to Taylor Swift? She should write better songs and sing better, and then maybe she'll win a Grammy next year.
Yeah, that's why people are upset about that.
Maybe you shouldn't rest on your laurels and put out lousy music or music that's not as good as your other music.
Yeah. Disagree.
You can't win everything.
No, it was a great year for women at the Grammys, though.
Was it?
Yes.
I didn't watch because
I didn't watch it, but I've seen clips of it.
I looked at the list of who was performing and I didn't really recognize any names.
Jack White didn't win.
Jack, no, he didn't win and he didn't perform. I don't even know if he was there. So I saw the Beatles won a Grammy.
They did?
Yeah, for best rock song because they put out that song that was
Now and Then.
Yeah, it was an old John Lennon vocal, and then that they did with AI. They enhanced with AI, and there was some old George Harrison guitar. And then I think Paul and Ringo went and recorded like new tracks on top of the John Lennon and George Harrison tracks that they were discovered, but they weren't together. Like these AI to put them together, right, and like enhance them. I think it's really cool. So. And it sounds like, if you listen to it, it sounds like a Beatles song. We should have asked the Beatles brain of Britain what he thought of the new Beatles AI track.
He's probably all for it.
You think?
Yeah.
I think he's a Beatles purist, and I bet he's not for it.
Oh, you can email him.
I might email the Beatles brain of Britain and find out what he thinks of the new Beatles song.
Fair enough.
All right, so women and genders. What was the class called?
Black feminism.
Black feminism.
That's my highest level class to 300.
It's also your wokest class.
No, it's not.
No? You have a class is more woke than Black feminism?
I do.
What is possibly more woke than Black feminism?
Diversity and equity for teaching.
That also sounds pretty woke, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting topic also now, given...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, is that even going to exist by the time you get your teaching credentials?
You're talking about DEI today. It's like,
yeah.
Well, we're not going to know.
People don't. I don't think people understand what DEI really means.
Bro, Trump was blaming the plane crash on DEI.
He did. He blamed it. He actually blamed it on Obama and Biden's policies, and specifically the Biden administration hiring people with intellectual disabilities to work for the FAA.
I think he needs to come to OU and take some classes.
I think he has an intellectual disability. That's what I think.
I think that's an insult to people with intellectual disabilities.
I think you're right. Yeah, I don't think people understand what DEI really means. I think it's become a buzzword just for, I want to say something racist, but I don't want it to sound racist, so I'm going to say I'm anti-DEI. Or I think that's what it comes down to.
But like, it's not just race that DEI supports. It's everything. Well, that's what we're learning.
Excuse me.
It's anyone who belongs in a marginalized group.
Yes.
Which isn't just race. It can be age, gender, sexuality, religion.
Yes.
All.
Yes. Yes. Black, brown, the disabled, the older people. You look tired.
I just took a nap.
You just took a nap.
Yeah. I got all my work done, so I rewarded myself.
You rewarded yourself with a nap.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Good.
So yeah, that's one of my classes.
All right, so that's your WOCUS class, DEI and diversity in education.
Diversity and equity.
Diversity and equity in education.
Yeah.
It will prepare you well for going to teach in an all-white suburban school.
Who says I want to teach there?
I'm not saying, but if that's where you end up, that will prepare you well to go teach in an all-white suburban school, or to go teach like overseas in a school in France. Is that a required class, or is that something you chose to take?
I mean, it's a gen ed class and an education class, so but it also sounded interesting.
But you're not required to take it for your education major.
I think it's like an optional, like you can do this or that.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I think everyone should be required to take it. I think it's pretty important.
So you got your French Le Mot, you have your women and gender studies, you have your diversity in education. That's 3. How many more we got? 2 more.
Well, okay, choir doesn't really count.
Choir counts. You get credit for it. You're required to be there.
1.25.
Yeah, okay. Don't look. We're not going to marginalize the quarter credit you get for your choir class.
Actually, this semester it should be more than a quarter credit.
You have a substitute teacher this semester.
She's a very nice woman. She just assigns a lot more homework.
Well, let's be nice. Let's be nice in case she's a fan of.
No, she's very nice.
Of top 60 lists and finds our podcast, and then she listens. So
she's very nice. I just don't like solfege, and she really likes solfege. And that's
what is solfege for the uninformed?
Alphabet.
It's the what?
Singing alphabet.
Like give me an example. Okay.
That's solfege.
Got it.
And then you, instead of using words, we're using that.
Do you have to do the hand things with it?
No. I would have dropped the class if we had to do hand signs with it.
Really?
That's too much for me. Holding a binder and no thank you.
Okay. So you don't sing words, you just sing the alphabet.
Yeah, and we sound awful. Like, we sang on words for the first time last week because she forgot to upload the solfege, and we sounded the best that we have so far.
So at what point will you go to translate to words? Because you're not going to do a choir concert and just sing like syllables.
Maybe
that would be the most boring choir concert ever.
Once she thinks we're ready for words.
When she thinks you're ready for words.
Hopefully soon, because I can't do it.
Is this the same people that were in the choir last semester?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are like an experience. You have a semester of singing together as a choir.
Yeah, some people drop. There's a couple new people, but
okay. But by and large, it's the same group that was together last semester. So
yes.
You would think that like you would be ready to sing together as a group.
Yeah.
And I thought we went and saw your concert last. I thought you guys sounded great.
Thanks. I liked our Rebel Out. Actually, I like our Rebel Out this semester too. It's very themed. You'll see. I don't want to spoil it, but it's pretty cool.
Okay.
So, one of the pieces actually is composed by one of the students I sit near.
Really?
Yeah, they're a senior in music composition, and they composed one of the pieces. Yeah, and it's really pretty. So.
Oh, that's really cool. I like that.
Me too.
Yeah. All right. So you got your Le Mot, your French reading class. You got your Black and Women Studies, your diversity education, your quarter credit in choir, and then what class are we missing?
Adolescent psychology.
Adolescent psychology. You're learning all about all the things that you did when you were an adolescent that you didn't realize you had no control over because you were an adolescent.
Yes. That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. And
is that puberty?
And is that an education class too? Adolescent psychology?
Yeah. I'm low-key confused about why I have to take it, if I'm being honest, because it's not the age range that I'm going to be certified to work with.
Do they have like a lower age psychology? That's probably why.
I guess.
I'm sure some of this stuff translates,
There's
right?
like a psychology of education class that I'll have to take with the professor that teaches my diversity class right now.
Okay.
But, I mean, some of the stuff will transfer. It's just, like, I'm hoping that the kids I'm going to be working with, I guess if we work with 4th and 5th graders, they'll be going through puberty.
Yeah, they're kind of early. They're kind of early adolescents.
Yeah, and the age of puberty is getting much earlier.
Is that because of the fluoride in the water?
No.
Oh,
No, there's a bunch of different things that cause it. So
okay. Like, give me an example. Demonstrate to me what I'm paying for for your education.
you know that income plays a role?
Income?
Yes.
Is that having too much
It has
money or
to
not
do with
enough money?
not enough. It has to do with nutrition and stress levels because
Okay.
you need a certain amount of body fat in order to go through puberty. So it can go both ways because some people who are in poorer communities may not be getting enough food, while others may be getting not the right food, like food that's really high in fat and carbs, because that's what tends to be cheaper, because produce tends to be really expensive. So that can cause people in lower income areas to go through puberty sooner. And that
Interesting.
is why people think that adolescents, specifically girls, go through puberty first, but it's not related to race. It's actually related to income.
It's
So a lot of
socioeconomic.
studies have been incorrect. Yeah, it's socioeconomic, not related to race.
Interesting.
When you take away race from it, it doesn't really have factors.
Cool. All right. So you did learn something this semester already. Awesome.
I had to
love
read a
that.
case
I love
study
seeing
yesterday.
What's that?
I had to read a case study.
A case
Yesterday.
study.
Yes.
Very cool. Awesome. So far, I would say you'd say a good semester so far. You're happy with your courses.
Maybe I dropped my one course.
Which course did you drop?
Media and politics.
See, that to me sounds so interesting. You're making a face. It was not interesting.
Honestly, maybe if the books had gone through, I would have liked the class, but it was just too much work.
So
The professor made a the professor made a mistake, and instead of fixing her mistake, she put it on the students.
Oh, because she forgot to order the books.
Yeah, and then she expected all of us to spend like $100 on books when we already paid $250 on books.
Right.
I was like, that's not happening.
So you dropped it out of cheapness.
And because I didn't need it, and because I had to watch the inauguration, and I really didn't watch the inauguration.
I
didn't
don't
want to
blame
watch
you.
it.
I don't.
That was
blame
our
you
first
at all.
assignment, was to watch the inauguration. I went,
Can't do it.
oh, thank you.
Can't do it. Well, I don't blame you at all.
Like, I'm sure they have very interesting conversations, but I can have those same conversations with my friends who share opinions with me. So.
Yeah, need to find your safe space these days. You don't want to be around people that express certain opinions.
Oh my gosh, that was another thing in my diversity class. So we have Yik Yak, right? Well, anonymous platform. Somebody posted a picture of the syllabus and got their panties in a twist because one of the weeks there was a little thing and it said recommended readings for white or white passing students. Not recommended. And it was just like about white privilege and like how that plays a role. And someone was like, this is racism. Like, this professor should be fired.
Because they recommended that white people read something to help educate themselves.
They're like, if it's important, it should be required for all students. Well, it doesn't apply.
Well, maybe the black students don't need to read about white privilege because they live it every day and understand it because they've been subjected to it for their entire lives.
I'm kind of arguing with this person, and I was like, oh my God, I hope you learned something from the class. Like maybe you should do the readings and then come back to me.
You know, sadly, probably not. Probably won't learn anything. But that's well, I guess I was gonna say it's okay, but it's probably not.
Oh, this is reverse racism. I was like, oh my God, do the readings. And you'll know that it's actually not at all. Learn a little, please.
Yeah, you're the reason why we have to read this stuff. We're being asked to read this stuff. You are the reason why. So better yourself. Oh, well, awesome. Well, I'm glad you're having a good semester.
I am.
We're not going to see you for a while. It makes me sad.
Not going to see me until March.
I know. When you come to visit in March, the house will be torn up and in chaos.
And I have to pack everything.
And you have to pack up your bedroom no, probably not, actually. I don't think we're going to do carpet till the summer.
Oh, thank God.
So you'll probably be okay when you're home for spring break. I don't think we're going to do carpet till after everything else.
Or maybe I can start
done.
getting rid of stuff. Maybe I'll do like a clean out where I like donate things.
That would be an awesome idea.
And do things that don't fit anymore.
Mom and I went to look at our countertop slab yesterday. They wanted us to go to the place where the laptop comes from to look at the actual slab of material so we can see not just like a little chip, but what the whole thing looks like. And we decided we don't like it. So now we have to change. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm only doing this once. I'm only renovating the kitchen one time.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do something that I'm going to regret later. So
Fair enough.
fair enough. Awesome.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Headed to the gym?
I'll probably wait an hour.
Okay.
I don't have anything due tomorrow, but I'm probably going to get a head start on
Doesn't that
some work.
keep you awake to exercise that late at night or no?
It makes me tired.
Really?
And I take like an hour-long shower afterwards. Also, I don't have class until 1:10.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because you can sleep in.
Wednesday, I don't have
Right.
class until 2:10. And Friday, no classes.
No, long weekends.
Yeah.
What are your plans for your long weekends?
Get work done, so next weekend I won't have as much work when Cole's here.
Is he coming down for Valentine's Day?
Yes.
Very nice. Excellent. Do you
Even
have
though I
big
just saw
plans?
him.
Are you making plans?
We're going to get dinner.
Get dinner. What's the hot romantic spot in Delaware for a romantic Valentine's Day dinner? And do you have to make reservations now because it's Valentine's Day weekend?
No, I was going to go to Amato's. Their food's really yummy.
You should. Is that the pizza place?
Mhm.
The wood fired pizza?
You might have a 10% student discount.
Oh, well, nothing screams Valentine's Day love like a 10% student discount.
So do that.
I love you so much. I'm taking 10% off our dinner.
Gotta
No,
save money
I-
where you can.
Look, you're a student. I get it. I get it 100%.
Yeah, I'm not working right now.
No, you're
I
not.
have to wait till the summer.
Right. I believe me, I get it. Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to add?
Everyone should like and upvote our podcast so that we can be
Yeah, number one.
and downvote everybody.
Number one. Yeah, downvote the what did I say that podcast was called?
Family.
The family. Yeah. Yeah, family. Sounds like a right. Yes.
All I'm saying is when I looked them up, all I got was a bunch of true crime things.
Yeah.
About their name.
Boo.
Not to shame anybody, but I think the Norah and Dad show is a pretty good name.
Well, it definitely says what we are. You're Norah, I'm Dad. We have a show.
Yeah.
Like what? How more descriptive?
leaves
How more
nothing to the
descriptive? It leaves
imagination.
nothing to the imagination. It's exactly what it is. Yeah. You're Norah, I'm Dad. We have a show. It's the Norah and Dad
What
show.
if you're Norah and I'm Dad?
You can be whatever you want.
Who knows for how much longer?
Well, I know, but for now you can be whoever you want. So if you want to be Dad next time, maybe next time we'll switch roles and you can be Dad and I'll be you.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
We should do that in
Oh, I'll
April
be
for April Fools.
I'll be so sus. I'll be bussin'.
Oh, on that note, goodbye.
Bye, Norah. I love you.
You too.